our freshmen as they come into the college. It's always exciting to get a little glimpse of who they will be as we look today at our softball signees, baseball signees, and of course men's and women's soccer. We're excited about those programs as they are competing even now. Our soccer had a good year back in the fall, and we look forward to seeing these new students on our campus soon. It's good to be a part of, or just a small part of, the recruitment of these athletes. I always like to see as many of these students as possible as our coaches bring them on campus, as we meet not only the players but also their parents, their family members, as well as some of their coaches that might come with them. So it's a process that these coaches have to handle year-round, especially our softball and baseball. There at a lot of summer tournaments and making contacts. Soccer the same way with both men and women. So we realize that our coaches put forth a great deal of effort to number one, get these people or get these prospects on our campus just for a visit. Then there's more work to get them committed and additional work to keep them committed. So we're looking forward for them to be a student athlete here on our campus, and we want to commend our coaches and our athletic director for their efforts for recruiting these students. And we look forward to them coming to Southwest, and then it's our responsibility to make them better on the field and in the classroom. So I wanted to give you a quick welcome as well. Glad you're here this morning, and we look forward to this morning as we learn more about those students who will become Southwest Bears. So thank you for being here today. Dr. Ashley.
Thank you, Dr. Bishop. First off, I'd like to again reiterate Dr. Bishop's welcome and also add to some recent news about our athletic program. Just this month, our Lady Bear basketball team competed in the National Junior College Athletic Association tournament held in Salina, Kansas. So we made a national tournament appearance, and it's good that we're meeting in the memorabilia room, because I just found where our last national appearance in a women's basketball tournament was in 1975, when we were a member of the Association for Intercollegiate Athletics for Women. So I'd like to basically tell that team that we're trying to copy them. All right, so our lady basketball team also played in the MACJC State Championship game, as well as the NJCA Region 23 Championship. Also, our men's team made the MACJC and NJCA Region tournaments as well, and their season was ended by the eventual national champion Jones County Junior College Bobcats. We can also say we beat them as well, because back during the regular season we beat them, I believe, in February. So we do have a very competitive league. And of course, with both football and basketball now, our conference has got 2 national championships. Now, our baseball team also swept Co-Lin. Okay, this past Coca-Cola Challenge Trophy, I think, is a home and away. So we swept them there, so we can have the possibility of keeping the trophy if we beat them here in Summit. Our team also defended the #1 ranked Jones County Junior College team last Saturday, I believe, 7-5. And our team is currently 3rd place in a very competitive MACJC South Division. So again, if there's anything about baseball that's like basketball and football, that's going to be a national tournament appearance by somebody from our league. Okay, our baseball team is very competitive, and our softball team also last Saturday beat the #8 ranked Mississippi Gulf Coast Bulldogs. So that's a feather in our cap there. Also in your package, you should see a nice rendering. That's not the final design, but that's a good picture of our new board-approved scoreboard. The scoreboard is 27 feet high, it's 32 feet wide. And one of the cool things about this scoreboard, there's a nice video screen that's 9 feet 5 inches wide, or high, excuse me, and 16 feet wide. So that's going to allow for more interaction from our fans, sponsorship opportunities with commercials and whatnot. Now, it is being paid for by the college, but private funds are currently being solicited to pay for the expense of this. And of course, currently we have $105,000 of advertising dollars already pledged for the next 3 years. And of course, once this scoreboard is paid for, the advertising funds will be used for the athletic department. And of course, we'll announce our sponsors at a later date, but it doesn't take much to figure out from the rendering which one of them, there's one already on there. So you probably figure that out yourself. I'm also very thankful for Dr. Bishop and Tucker Peavy's vision on that. That came about last year. And I'm very thankful for the ability of our Vice President of Finance, Jeff Horton's ability to carve out money and figure out how to pay for it. And of course, I'm thankful for the foresight of our Board of Trustees for allowing it to happen. And of course, I'm most thankful for our advertisers who are going to essentially pay for it through their advertising dollars and contributions to the college. And again, we'll have another press conference for that later to give special attention to them as well. First off, I'd like to start off with Coach Patsy Sandifer and let her tell you a little bit about our Lady Bear Signees softball players.
Thank you, Dr. Ashley. On behalf of Shay Johnson, the assistant coach for softball, and myself, we're excited about our signees for next year. We have 11 signees that we have signed so far. We can have 24 players on our roster. Of those 24, 20 are in-state, 4 can be out-of-state. And so we have a combination of majority in-state that we have signed along with 1 out-of-state that we have already signed. And I'd like to list those this morning for you. Set of twins from Heidelberg Academy, Amanda Dixon. Amanda is a first base outfielder from Heidelberg. Her twin sister Ashton Dixon, is an outfielder also from Heidelberg Academy. Macy Fulton is a pitcher first baseman from Marion, Louisiana. She has pitched at Union Christian Academy. We have Alexis Gibbons, first baseman from Ruth, who attends Bogachitta High School. We have Mary Beth Hale. Mary Beth is a pitcher, third baseman, shortstop, left fielder, so certainly can say a utility player from Raymond, and she attends Central Heights Academy. Christina Lawson. Christina is a catcher, outfielder, first base from Biloxi, and she attends D'Iberville High School. Taylor Madden. Taylor's a middle infielder, second base, shortstop player from Collins and attends Seminary High School. We have Jana McEwen. Jana is an outfielder, second baseman from Summit, and she attends North Pike High School. Jessica Penton. Jessica is a middle infielder, possibly may be able to use her as a third baseman from Picayune. She attends Goss Road Home School. Her travel ball team is Southern Pride. She plays a lot of travel ball. Austin Pruitt is an outfielder from Carrier, Mississippi. She attends Pearl River Central High School. Paige Walters is from Seminary High School. She's a first baseman, third baseman, so she plays the corners and is from Seminary. We're excited about our 11 signees that we have brought in thus far. We're graduating 8 sophomores this year, and so we're looking at replacing them. And so we do look at position players when we look at players. Middle infielders, corners, outfield, batters, pitching, all those things are certainly vital in the game of softball. Our signees have received several athletic accomplishments and achievements, both from their school and community, and we're excited about this group. Thank you.
Our next coach I would like to introduce is our men's and women's soccer coach, Coach Drew Gallant.
First of all, I want to start out and say thank you to Dr. Bishop, Board of Trustees, Dr. Ashley, rest of administration. This year is my first year to have a full-time assistant coach, Coach Mills, and it was a tremendous help. We're out all throughout season, throughout the winter, spring, between club soccer, high school soccer. We're constantly recruiting. And most of you, if you don't know, high school soccer occurs in the wintertime. So we're stuck sitting in the rain, sometimes the snow, freezing rain, 30 degrees, to find these players. We'll start with the ladies team first. Jessica Malloy is a center back from Forest County Agricultural High School. Jessica's played club soccer, high school soccer. They have a very good program at Forest County. We're really happy to be able to get Jessica over here. And then in the midfield, we're bringing in Helen Henderson and Dana Ray Parks from over at North Pike High School. We hope they can continue the success they had over there in the midfield. From Van Cleve High School, we have Morgan Foster. Morgan is a great playmaker. She's very smart on the ball. She moves the ball around really well, and we hope that she can come in and give us a good flow to our midfield. Akira Wilson from Hattiesburg High School. Akira's a workhorse. You see it throughout all of her high school games. Her work rate just causes problems for the other team. You find a girl like that that's willing to work for 90 minutes, and she'll find a chance to score. From Petal High School, we have Gracie Freeman and Marissa Hakes. Gracie and Marissa proved to be a goal-scoring tandem over at Petal. They're always creating opportunities for each other, setting each other up. Hopefully they'll come in and do that for us next year. We're ready to get them in a Bear uniform and see what they can do for us. Lexus Baker. Lexus was clearly the most talented player at North Forest High School, a proven leader on and off the field. We're excited to get her over here. She's a great student and hear nothing but great things about her. Darian Smith played for soccer powerhouse Oak Grove High School. Darian's coach there is a legend in high school in Mississippi, Clay Smith. She's got great experience from him. On the club level, Darian's also another club player, and we can't wait to get her over here and bring that experience to us. Now on the men's side. We lost both goalies this past year, looking to replace that, and as soon as I got looking for a goalie, I told Zach, we've got to find a goalie. Most important thing for us is we've got to have a men's goalie right now. And Julio Martinez at Laurel High School called me up and said, I got a goalie for you to come look at, and we found Crawford Boyd. Definitely somebody we need in the goal for us. Clifford Zeze won a state championship at Bay High School his sophomore year, played for South State this past season. Clifford's going to give us an attacking presence at right back that we've been lacking the last few years, and hopefully we can get some attack coming up that right sideline. In the midfield, we've got Charlie Gomez from Laurel High School. He's a defensive midfielder that'll hold things together in there for us and allow Anthony Cucurullo from Hancock High School to play more of a natural attacking role and create some goal-scoring opportunities. At the back, we'll have DeAnthony Williams from Hattiesburg High, Drew Gardash from Hancock High. Strong, athletic defenders, and in this league, you've got to be strong and athletic. You can't be weak at the back, or you'll give up goals. Also from Hattiesburg High, I have Kylan Beach. Kylan's a speedy outside midfielder. His speed creates goal-scoring opportunities, and speed kills, and that's what we've been looking for this year. Will Parrish is another great player from PCS. PCS is known for producing great soccer players. Really lucky Coach Adam Waters got us in touch with him. Will brings a lot of experience, both high school and club soccer. And then last but not least is Casey Coleman. Casey, another player from Forest County Agricultural High School. Casey, over the last few years, has really matured and developed into a playmaker. He can play both midfield and forward. No matter where he's at, we expect him to create plays for us. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach Gallant. Our next coach will be our head baseball coach, Coach Lee Kirkendall. Please give us your signees.
I want to also thank our school and our administration for the abilities they give us to go out and recruit these student athletes. It is a little different with these past couple of years with going out over the entire state. Even though we don't go out over the entire state, we generally recruit from within a 2-hour or so driving radius of our campus. It's obviously easier to get kids that are relatively close to us to have an interest in what we do, but at the same time, I believe it also means a lot from our crowd support. We get a great crowd support from the Pike County area, but also when you think of most of your student athletes within a 2-hour driving distance of your campus, not only at home games but also on road games. We feel like we've been fortunate enough to have as many or more people on the road when you look at the stands whenever we do play those games. Big thanks to Coach Ken Jackson, our assistant coach. Together we both, as all our coaches do, spend a lot of time on the telephone with high school coaches, other college coaches. A lot of people don't think about how many times these kids are first seen by four-year coaches. The four-year coaches in our state particularly do a really good job of when they see somebody they have some interest in but maybe is not quite ready for their level, do recommend to community colleges. And again, hats off to all the high school coaches and those college coaches at the four-year universities that help us with this. We're going to just, instead of what your list looks like there, we're going to talk about it from a position standpoint. Infielders first. We have one that we're actually going to share with Coach Peavy and our football staff. Reed James from Germantown High School. He is a kicker in football, and also he's a very good middle infielder in baseball. So that has been a good combination in the past. Someone that was either a soccer player or kicker or soccer player baseball that has worked well for us. And I know he's going to do a good job in that for us. Another infielder, also a right-handed pitcher, Dylan Spears from Pearl River Central High School. He actually was also a quarterback in football. We'll talk a little bit about all these guys playing football a little bit later on. He will be just a baseball player for us, but he brings a great football mentality in how he approaches the game, and is equally good at playing middle infield and also as a pitcher. Duncan Cornfoot from Bay High School. Duncan can really hit, plays either first base or third base, and he'll be a good addition to us wherever he lands at one of those two positions. A local flavor at first base, Tanner Whittington from Park Lane. Tanner also swings the bat extremely well, and we're really excited about him becoming part of our program. Two catchers, another local product, Walter Aldridge from Park Lane. He's a very good defensive player and does a great job offensively as well, so we're really excited about him joining. And this is an interesting combination with this next one, Brady Wilson from West Lincoln High School, right-handed pitcher catcher. And I'm not saying this just put any pressure on Brady Wilson, but if you guys remember, our last right-handed pitcher catcher is now the leading hitter at LSU in the SEC. So Brady's a little bit bigger. He's 6'5", 215 pounds. Cade Savick, who we're talking about, who's now at LSU, he's really big, but he's a lot shorter. He's 5'11" compared to Brady. Brady has a lot of potential in both areas, both as a pitcher and as a hitter and catcher. So we're excited about him joining. We have a really big need in our outfields. We're losing basically almost every outfielder that we have off of this year's team. So these four that we've got coming, we're really excited about. All four can run well and do a lot of different things. One with that's a local player, Ladarius, or LD as he's known, LD Coney from North Pike High School. We're excited about having him. Stephen Williams, who actually lives in Pike County, but he attends Brookhaven Academy. And then our other two outfielders, Reed Timms from Germantown High School. Those of you who have been around our program for a while remember his brother, Rob Timms, who was a first baseman for us here at Southwest, and then went on to play at Mississippi College. Reed is another outstanding guy from that family, and also a great student as well, as Rob was. Another quarterback, former quarterback, Jarvis Warner from Hazelhurst High School. Jarvis put up some really good numbers in football, but his love is baseball. He's a tremendous runner, and we think he's got a bright future with us. So these are 10 signees. We have one other that we can't speak of yet because he's an ACT scholarship guy. The academic scholarship people that join us, we can't talk about publicly until they are actually here on campus. But we've done a fairly good job over the years of finding some guys that are good academically and sometimes can fit in those academic scholarship slots, and allows us to use the athletic scholarships elsewhere. We will have other pitchers. There's two listed here. We will have other pitchers that will be out-of-state players that we'll sign from now until the early part of the summer, which is typical for when we sign those out-of-state guys. But this class, this initial class of 10 people, fills a lot of needs for us from what we have leaving us as sophomores, and we're very excited about them coming in with us next year. Again, thank you to our administration for allowing us to put this together, because it does take a lot of effort from the top on down to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, coaches. Yes, as far as our student athletes, that's the lifeblood of an athletic program. Students are the lifeblood of a college, and we're attracting people here, and our goal is to make them better when they leave. And again, I would like to thank these coaches for what they do on attracting students to the college, and also what they do to mold those students to make those students become better people when they leave. Also, I'd like to make mention too, as far as the scoreboard goes, one of our sponsors is here. Mr. James Brumfield is the president for Coca-Cola Macomb. He's in the back. And of course, that's very important. As you'll notice, the rendering has Coca-Cola Empowered 8 on it, so he will technically be the first sponsor, and I would like to recognize him since he is actually here. Now, if you have any questions, I'll entertain questions, or our coaches, if you have any questions at this point.
I guess I have a question for the coaches. When I was here for the football presser, Coach Peavy talked a lot about things he was looking for outside of maybe physical talent coming from a winning program, things in the classroom. Was that something, Coach Cardano, you kind of touched on it, but was that something y'all were looking for with these classes?
With the soccer program, academically, we're always paying attention to it. The women's team, last year we had the second highest grade point average in the country. Just kind of becoming natural for us to find those young ladies. We seem to receive the academic award every year. With the talent, we look everywhere. I mean, it's got, because you find little places that there's a diamond in the rough, and we got to cover everywhere to make sure we find those kids and give those kids the opportunities. But it's always great to find, we have girls coming in from Oak Grove, Petal, traditionally powerhouses in soccer.
I would even concur with that. The softball program's been academic All-American team since I've been here, and that's closing up on 8 years, so hopefully we'll get that again this year. So I can tell you, we put a lot of emphasis in the academic, study hall, scheduling. We do a lot of follow-up with our players because, I continue to tell them within a 3 to 4 year period, they're going to do what we all do, and that's pay bills and taxes. And so we want to prepare them to be the citizens they need to be. So yes, that is very important.
A lot of our programs on campus have had the great fortune to be good academically, and we have as well. We tell recruits coming in, we think a lot of it has to do with the small campus. Instead of starting off at a large university, I think our faculty does a really good job of not only educating them, but also giving us heads up early on in the semester when some of them need some additional help. It means a lot, especially someone starting their freshman year of college to get that. And they're not just a number in a classroom. As far as our signing class, I've touched just a little bit on just some intangibles of it, but these initial 10 signees, 8 of them were football players. And doesn't mean that every guy that plays baseball and football is what you need, but we have found, Coach Jackson and I both found over the years that the guys that were really good baseball players that at least played football have maybe a little bit of a tougher mentality, and it helps them, on the baseball field. We've had some great ones that only played baseball, but again, when you have some of that, it helps with the intangibles.
Adam, I'd like to add, I'm the chief attendance as well as conduct officer here at the college, in addition to being athletic director. So I interact with the students too. So I'm their conduct coach. So it integrates well being athletic director and in charge of student conduct, because that helps me know what's going on. And these coaches, they get a phone call or a text message upon me discovering any kind of conduct issues. So it's kind of like at my house, when one of my children gets in trouble at North Pike, they're going to get in trouble at home too. So same thing here. So I don't know, I guess Dr. Bishop would be Papa Bear, but I'd have to be pretty much a parent bear maybe. But yes, that's important, and it's important for me because, again, I see them all, and of course I see them as students, and then also have to take my hat off and then look at them as student athletes during the day as well. But in 2011, when the Mississippi Association of Community Junior Colleges voted to allow everybody to go recruit athletes specifically outside of their district, behavior became important. If I'm going to recruit a student athlete and I got to fight for him or her, I want to make sure when I win something. So I think that this competition that we've unleashed 2.5 years ago has been actually well received by probably conduct officers all the way around. And again, that's a fancy word for saying data students. So, any other questions?
To maybe shift towards the scoreboard, what is maybe the timeline for this thing to be up and fully functional at a football game? Is it this fall, or?
We'll play the #1 preseason ranked team in the country in August, I believe, 28th, and we want to be ready for when we play them. That's the plan. Any other questions? Well, I would like to invite you to come eat with me, if you'd like, downstairs in the cafeteria. And I believe that we're done here, and thank y'all for coming to support the Bears.